It's a strange new world of social media, isn't it? Isn't this a beautiful trail? It's one of my favorite little trails. I always catch spider webs here, though, I'll tell you. Well, everywhere, for that matter. At least on the first pass, until they're all on my face and in my hair. Lots of times I'll walk the trail first, or I'll actually fire up the tractor and drive the tractor around, and the muffler, the upright exhaust, catches most of the spider webs. Or I'll just walk with a stick, something like this. I'll just pick it. For all of you who don't know, this is a webbing stick right here, and so with any stick will do. And you just walk the trail like that ahead of you, and then the trails are clear for about, I don't know, an hour or two at least. It's funny. I'll do that, and then I'll come back biking maybe an hour, or I'll not be on my bike for maybe an hour and a half or two, and come through here, and I'll feel where they've just started one. It'd be like one strand across the trail where, Mr. Spider was starting to rebuild his trail. But if you wait a couple hours, there'd be a full web back here. It's amazing. Okay, we're coming to another decision. Another fork in the road. Gosh, all kinds of forks in the road here. Man, what would Yogi Berra do? He'd probably take it. So let's go up this way. Boy. But it is a strange new world, social media. I mean, when you think about it, not philosophically, but just the nature of it. Another fork. Gosh, should we go that way? Or should we go this way? Let's go down this way a little bit. But I guess the thing that we have to remember is we now have the ability to tap into potentially and literally everybody on the planet. When you post something on, Facebook's a little different because you have to friend somebody before they really see your stuff, right? Depending on the settings. And I'm still not clear on the settings. But on YouTube or anything like YouTube where it's accessible by anybody, then I guess you can do that with Facebook too. But you really do have everybody out there as a potential viewer. Everybody on the planet, literally, that has an internet connection. And so, of course, there's going to be trolls. Of course, there's going to be some really obnoxious stuff. I mean, my gosh, even if 0.1% of the population of the planet even has the potential to be an obnoxious troll, you're going to see it no matter what you're doing. You're going to see some creative trolls. You're going to see all kinds of stuff, right? That's just the nature of the way it is. It's not like when you're in your little club or your neighborhood, your church, your community group, your school, where people know you, and you don't necessarily get smacked down that often. Well, that's going to happen no matter what you post on the World Wide Web. All right, so it's a different sort of world. You're tapping into the intelligentsia of the world, the basement dwellers of the world, just the perverts of the world, just everybody, the envious perverts and weirdos, and in our case, gun haters, and just everybody. So just the way it is. Don't let the negative stuff keep you from an endeavor, like that, though, because you're just going to have that. You're going to have that. Social media, and I guess maybe some youngsters who haven't thought that through really could get, down about that. People who are still building their self-esteems, 12-year-old, 10-year-old, 13-year-old. It's probably created some depression in people just because they get hammered on social media. Well, that's just kind of the way it is. It's going to happen. And there's going to be a lot of negative stuff. Just like in the news, there's going to be negative stuff, lots of it. That's the nature of news. Wouldn't be news if it was positive. And you just have to look at your own environment. Here I'm getting very wise, right, in my old age. But I know we have a lot of younger people in our audience, and I don't know if maybe all of you have thought about maybe some of these things, but look at your own environment. If you sit around and watch much of the news, you could kind of develop a negative perspective on things. All the people being murdered and knifed and all that stuff happens. But think about your own, when they start throwing all these statistics out there about how many folks have, I don't know, died of some disease last night or this week, or were shot this week, stabbed this week. All that happens. It could happen to you or me. But then again, on the positive side, think about your neighborhood and your family, people you know. How many people in your neighborhood were stabbed last week, last month, last year? Do you even know anybody who's ever been shot or stabbed? Do you know anybody that this kind of stuff has happened to? Some of the horrible things you see in the news. Was anybody in your street molested last week? Was anybody kidnapped? Now, it may have. I mean, it happened somewhere, right? But then again, don't let the numbers and the statistics, just put you in a state of depression and afraid to go out the door. You know, I mean, for example, I don't know anybody really who's ever been shot. You know, and I'm a pretty old guy, been around a while. Other than a couple of classmates that ended up in Vietnam, I don't know anybody who's been shot or stabbed. None of my friends or family, as far as I know, have ever been stabbed, shot, even molested. No one's been kidnapped, you know. So you got to keep things in perspective, is all I'm saying. Now, I shouldn't have said that out loud. I have 5 friends stabbed tomorrow, like 22 Plinkster, 10 outdoors, 9. They'll be kidnapped, right, and shot. I shouldn't have brought that up. And then 2, more sage advice, brainless sage advice from the master. Just keep in mind, too, that the news media, everybody, almost literally, really everybody that is in any kind of media, heck, outside the media, anybody who is giving you advice, anybody who is, talking to you, trying to convince you of something, period, including me, has an agenda of some sort. Now, that agenda could be money, attention, votes, clicks, whatever it might be, but there's some kind of agenda. They want you to be a member of whatever club they're in. They want you to be like them. I don't know, but people have an agenda. Now, hopefully the agenda is for people that care about you, it's mostly an altruistic, it's a positive agenda. They want you to do well, and they want you to be a happy person and live a long time and be healthy and all of that. But almost anybody coming at you for any reason in any kind of media, they may not appear to, but they want something from you, all right? It's not a horribly negative thing all the time, but there's something going on there. They want you to be a member of their church. They want you to be a member of their club. They want you to hang out with them at school. They want you to be a member of their clique. They want you to watch their videos, okay? Yeah, I mean, I'll admit, we want to help folks because it helps us. We want viewers. Sure, we want as many viewers as we can get. It's great for the Second Amendment, which helps me. It's a very serious area for me. I want to be able to enjoy this hobby for the rest of my life, and John too, and his son and his grandsons and great-grandsons, for this to be a freedom that we have in this country. And, of course, we want you to watch. Yeah, we make a few pennies every time, 100 people or 1,000 people watch. I don't even know what the formula is. Google won't tell you. Yeah, we have that agenda, and everybody has an agenda of some sort. So just keep that in mind.